Getting COVID has taught me so much in regards to my body and my relationship with my body, and reminded me of different seasons in life when I had to reacquaint myself with myself. At Living Mongoliso, we talk about that, acquainting yourself with yourself as you are and how you are. Having said that, this bout of COVID has taken that to a totally different level. It's really inspired me while still recovering to come on and begin to offer spaces of hope and claiming and reclaiming the body experience and self. So I would have to say that I don't know personally if since I had been pregnant and then delivered babies, which my youngest is 11, so that's been a while, that my relationship with my body has so shifted and changed physically. Even trying to talk, learning how to pace myself, learning how to incorporate everything that I learned about breath and breathing into these spaces. And you know what, yesterday, I was feeling a little bit better. The fatigue is still so very real. And in that, I wanted to do so much more than what I got done. And by mid-afternoon, I was a little low. And I had to sit back and think once again upon the things that I know and the practices that I hold dear. Yesterday's story started with taking a shower, and it was the first shower. I've been taking a bath, don't worry, it didn't smell. But I hadn't showered and I hadn't stood in the warm water for the first 4 or 5 minutes. The warm water against my body felt so good. Then what happened was towards the end of the shower, it was like in a blink of an eye, I had no energy to stand. I still had conditioner in my hair, and I began to get really nervous inside because that white, pasty, cold, shoot, I'm gonna pass out feeling was coursing through my body. And I quickly did get the conditioner out of my hair and then got out of the shower and had to lay down for almost an hour before regrouping. And that too just kind of set me off on this space of I really need to acquaint myself with myself anew. I need to acquire a perspective of this body and this body's capacity to breathe and to move or not move in a new lens. And I really challenged myself so that in not getting low, I said to myself, remember the first 5 minutes versus allow the last 5 minutes to dominate. And I'm just curious in regards to you, right? And let's set this intention together. What space do you let dominate? Whatever the space of knowing your body, knowing yourself, whatever relationship you have with your physical body here and now, whether you can reminisce about a physical body or shape of your body that you once rathered have and would rather have it now, whatever that is, how can you step into this moment here and now and find okay in this? Yesterday, my challenge was to not allow the last 5 minutes of that shower to dominate my thought process, my relationship with myself and my body, but to remember those first 5 moments, the feeling of the water against my person, the warmth touching my fatigued muscles, being able to take a deeper breath because of the steam in the air. And so what I'm going to do is, over the course of this week and the next couple of weeks, is offer to you some practices of movement, breath, focus, concentration, and meditation into that space of how do you know yourself today? Whether you too are recovering from COVID, or I work with individuals who know traumatic brain injury and the realities of that upon their bodies and physicality. And if those weren't born with some form of traumatic brain injury, but through illness or accident, had something happen to them that now their body is different than what they once upon a time knew, how do you find the space to befriend a body that seems less than what you once knew it to be? How do you cultivate the awareness of having the relationship with your body as it is and how it is here and now? Where is the acceptance, and what choices do you learn how to make? How do you find a flow of life and living now with this body? I'll tell you, I get so frustrated sometimes because I'm getting so fatigued so quickly. And it's like when you feel that little bit better and you think you have a full tank of gas, and you can do so much, and then you're 5 miles down the road and you're petering out and you're like, wait a minute, I thought my tank was full. And it's befriending those spaces and learning how to navigate those spaces, whether it's, like I said, COVID recovery or whatever other relationship you're having with your body in these spaces. Recovering from COVID has taught me so much and given me a different perspective on my body than I've had. And learning how to cherish and treasure each breath and allow for rest, allow for the emotions, be aware of all the different movements of frustration or anxiety, and then find the places of what choice am I going to make, like with my shower, right? I was really scared. Those last 5 minutes of the shower were really scary. Or another moment, sounds silly, but a couple of days ago, I was trying to eat some granola and it frightened me because the amount of chewing and having food in my mouth before I could swallow started to mess with my ability to breathe. And I, again, got freaked out and I ended up throwing the granola away. And then I got nervous about what food can I eat, and what am I going to do about it? Am I just going to live in that fear and restrict nutrients? Or ended up reaching out to a colleague, a really incredible dietitian and nutritionist, and just asked her some of these questions, right? So again, there was that moment of choice. Where am I going to allow the fear of the last 5 minutes of a shower or the fear of not being able to get a breath because food is in my mouth dominate? Or am I going to remember the first 5 minutes of the shower and that I can be empowered to ask a colleague some questions? And it's not really an either or, as it's a gamut of relationship with each moment. I've decided that I don't want to be a curmudgeon, even amidst the fatigue, even amidst the unknown and some of the fear that can arise in that space of unknown. I really want to be a person that does hold the energy of the first 5 minutes of the shower while acknowledging, not ignoring the last 5 minutes of the shower. All of that to say is, how do we do that, right? How do we befriend a moment, acquaint ourselves with ourselves as we are and how we are truly, find those places of acceptance and awareness, and move forward in such a way that's not just congruent with who we want to be, but living even amidst a changed reality within the body, within the breath, within mental capacity. And so I invite you to join me in this spaces, and I'll be posting a lot more about that in the days to come.